Someday things turn out so badly that you may want to quit crypto the next day. One of those bad things recently happened to a coin named Terra Luna, and we all know how this coin lost about 99% of its value in just 1 week. Or don't we? Well, if you know or don't know, it's all good, because in this video we will tell you all about the Terra Luna big market crash and why it happened. Likewise, we will also explain whether this incident is a green light to buy or sell your Luna coins if you have. So, fasten your seatbelts, because we brought news on today's episode that only a few know about. That said, let's start with a big question then. What's the Terra Luna crash? From what we know, Terra Luna is a crypto coin that's linked to a sister stablecoin called the Terra USD, aka UST. In case you don't know, stablecoins are crypto coins directly pegged to a commodity or a normal currency, like the dollar or even gold. Normally, such stablecoins maintain their value no matter what happens in the crypto market. So in some sense, stablecoins are life safe havens to save your digital asset without worrying about the dangling nature of cryptocurrencies. In its own case, the UST was pegged directly to the US dollar, and when things were still okay, 1 UST was worth exactly $1. To do this, Terra UST had a backend algorithm called the stablecoin algorithm. This algorithm is common to all stablecoins, and to work, the algorithm simply mints more UST by burning more $1 worth of Luna during scarcity. But when the price of UST rises above $1, the algorithm kicks back to mint more Luna by burning UST. That way, 1 UST would always be pegged to $1. In fact, if it drops to say 99 cents, traders can easily drive the price back up by buying and exchanging more UST for Luna. In return, they profit about 1 cent per UST while maintaining the $1 peg. However, that's not at all what happened on May 9, 2022, and by May 11, 1 UST already dropped to $0.298, and Luna collapsed to almost $0. Of course, this wiped the life savings of many UST Luna traders, and within the last few days, the internet was filled with many suicide attempts because of the shock. Why did Terra Luna crash? According to Paolo Arduino, the chief tech office at Tether, this Terra Luna crash was not that much of a shock. Instead, it had been building up for quite a couple of days, and like many others out there, he thinks Terra was attacked. So, when we researched further, we realized that the Luna depeg actually began with a massive UST withdrawal from Anchor. If you don't know what Anchor is, it's simply a DeFi protocol based on Terra that keeps UST for traders. In return, it offers a high yield for depositors, so you can say it's more like a blockchain bank. But unlike real banks, the Terra protocol has no reserve because it relies completely on the stablecoin algorithm. So when a few massive UST exited Anchor, many people panicked. As usual, this panic grew worse when the crypto community took to Twitter, because long before now, many people often claimed that the Anchor protocol is at risk of inflation from huge backers. Somehow, this made more people sell off their Luna and UST. This sell-off was so massive that large crypto exchanges like Binance had to suspend transactions for a while. In the end, over 3 billion UST were withdrawn from Anchor in less than 3 days. At first, the Luna Foundation Guard, aka LFG, tried pumping about $1.5 billion worth of UST and Bitcoins as loans, but this proved abortive. Now, since Terra has no reserve, and with that much UST leaving the market, the algorithm automatically continued to burn more Luna to restore the UST peg to $1. As a result, the Luna price also tanked from $100 range to just cents. To put the loss into perspective, Luna's price was about $120 in April. Before the crash, it was traded for around $80, but as we speak, Luna's worth is just $0.000254 and probably still dropping. What's worse is that many investors are selling off their Luna to avoid a complete meltdown. Can Terra Luna ever recover? The government reserves back fiat currencies like the dollar, euro, and others. This means that for every dollar in circulation, there's an equivalent amount of gold and silver locked away in federal reserves. In the crypto world, traditional crypto coins like USD coin work with the same principle. For every USD coin in the market, there is a real dollar kept in a reserve account. However, algorithmic coins like Terra have no such reserve. So at the very onset, almost everybody knows that the stablecoin algorithm is an issue. For that reason, Do Kwon, the founder of Terra, created the Luna Foundation Group with about $2.3 billion in bitcoins. According to Do Kwon, these billion bitcoins would be exchanged with UST anytime it falls below $1. So the foundation acts as the reserve that maintains the peg of UST. But this time, things are way worse than what the reserve can handle. So Do Kwon proposed the idea of forking Terra to save it. To do this, a new blockchain with 1 billion Luna would have to be created. Afterward, a list of all current holders would be documented. This documented group would receive a random distribution of 900 million Luna, and the remaining 100 million tokens would be stored in a reserve. In the past, this forking technique had been used on other blockchains like Ethereum, but this time, many experts doubt if it would work. Some of these experts include John Wood, a contributor to Harvest Finance, George Harrop, a co-founder at Step Finance, Champeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, and several other Luna validators out there. So people have lost so much trust in the Terra Luna blockchain, and only very few believe in Do Kwon's forking idea. As things stand, Luna has a very slim chance at recovering. What's worse is that this Luna crisis came up at a general cryptocurrency downtime, so it's really a very long shot. Now, is this crash an opportunity to buy the Luna dip, or a getaway to sell your Luna? The crash with Luna caused a ripple effect that resonated across all the other altcoins as well. As a result, many people sold out their altcoins and some of the other heavyweight coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, so everyone is affected in one way. With such market volatility, many experts are at a crossroads. A good number of them, like the financial advisor, suggest that traders should steer off Luna for now. This is because no one actually knows where this is going, and Do Kwon is not being transparent about the plans to restore Terra. Then again, there are so many theories showing that Terra is currently under an attack that was perfectly timed to happen when Terra was most vulnerable. This lured the Luna Foundation to sell out their Bitcoin reserves, and when it was calculated, the attacker would nearly make off with $800 million if an attack truly happened. You know, conspiracy theories like this often pop up in situations like this, but we admit the current price of Luna makes it very tempting to buy because it may never reach this kind of rock bottom again. So if you have Luna tokens, you can still hold some that can't affect you for now and wait for what happens. But remember that you have to be cautious every step of the way. If you need any updates, we'll be here if you subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification button. That said, we'll see you again next time. Trade safely, okay?